Good evening, VC. Dave here. Just jumping on real quick to share just a few records that I recently picked up. Mostly reissues, but some really great stuff. Of course, I've mentioned that this is going to be the year of Fela for me, so there's going to be that theme running through this video, that's for sure. Scott at Lunchbox had reached out to me, and he had gotten this reissue in used. Fela Ransom Cootie in Africa 70, Alec Bond Close. And man, you gotta love all the artwork on these Fela records, as well as the music. Tony Allen killing it on the drums, per normal. Some great sax playing on here, trumpet playing from the Africa 70. Man, great Afrobeat. Fela is the king. Great record. And this one's interesting. Knitting Factory does these reissues, and they just do a great job. And this was originally on the Jaffa Bro label, and they recreated the label and put this on gold vinyl. Very cool. Most of the reissues are on black vinyl, so this was kind of a cool variant. Happy to have it. Next, I picked up this absolute masterpiece, some of the best music in my collection, easily. And that's the second record from Helden. I believe this is from '75. This is a reissue on Bureau B from last year, German label. Highly, highly recommend anything Bureau B is putting out. The sound quality on this is impeccable. What an amazing, amazing album. Richard Pinhas on guitar, one of my favorites, and electronics. This is way ahead of its time. I mean, I'm hearing 5 current bands on this, and then some of the stuff from England back in the '90s. I had to have been influenced from this, like Underworld and Orbital and the Orb, all had to have been influenced by Helden and his mastery of the electronics and that sound, that synth sound. But the guitar work is just on another planet. Outstanding record. Because there's maybe just a few thousand of the original press that's highly sought after, because he hated the picture of himself and George Grunblatt, and crossed their faces off in marker, and those got out. And I guess they're very valuable. I'd love to have an original French pressing, but happy with this reissue. It's one of the best sounding records I've got. Unreal. Played this for my friend Joe. He'd never heard Helden before, and he's convinced it's the best music he's ever heard in his life. That's saying quite a bit, but there's no doubt about this one. Unbelievable. Get it any way you can, and yeah, most of the records are diverse. Some are more electronic leaning, but are still great. I have number 4 that I got at a convention, a few conventions back. Next record, more of that London jazz scene just taking over. This is Micaiah McCraven, drummer, Universal Beings. This is on the International Anthem Recording Company label. I believe this came out last year. Double album. Beautiful artwork as well with this. And you've got some of the staples from the London scene. Shabaka Hutchings on the tenor sax, and Nubia Garcia also on the tenor sax. Micaiah is just killing it on the drums. Just an amazing ensemble of musicians here. Can't recommend this enough as well. These aren't cheap for new records, but yeah, just all over this London stuff. It's killer. Back to the year of Fela. Found another one sitting in the back wall at Repo. Guess he had just actually gotten this one in and had it misfiled. Fela Ransom Cootie in the Africa 70 with Ginger Baker live. This is the one that I've been talking with Teddy here and there, and he recommended this one. He said this is the one to get if you're into Fela, and he is not wrong. Of course, he's maybe never wrong, but yes, killer stuff. Ginger Baker on the drums. There's some really just really good everything on this record. There's just no weak link. That's yeah, Fela, Ginger Baker live, fantastic. I think this was originally from '71, another Knitting Factory reissue. What an outstanding job they do with these. And so we had a convention in town, and I did my best to behave. Walked in, and there was a rare Strata East record sitting there staring me in the face, $550. And I think the cheapest one on Discogs was $625. And somebody walked up to the vendor and was like, "I'll give you $300 for it." And I thought they were going to have to escort the guy out by security. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Craziness. Just, there's some crazy Pink Floyd record, $400. Some other test pressings, Beatles, $500. Just, there was crazy stuff in there. It was whatever. But I was able to pick up another Fela record, Coffin for Head of State. This one was re-released in 2017 by Knitting Factory. This is was originally put out in 1980. Love the cover on this one. This is probably my favorite artwork from Fela on this. More amazing Afrobeat. Very stoked to have these. These are all getting spun in the next DJ set. And also picked up Sun Ra of Mythic Worlds on Philly Jazz. This is a live performance from Chicago. Very diverse. Every part of Sun Ra is in this performance. All of it. This is fantastic. I think this was recorded in '78. And I don't know, the photo was from 1978, excuse me, on the back. Yeah, this was recorded in Chicago. Yeah, probably in 1980, actually. And, wow. There's just, you know, you've got him on the Moog, you've got him on the piano, you've got the last track where the title track where the saxophone goes total free jazz. You've got Over the Rainbow, which is a cover, which is old school, going back to maybe the early 60s, late 50s sound. You got everything on this record. This is awesome. Yeah, so that's all that I picked up at the convention. I got down there. They don't open till 10. I got down there at 8:45, and Greg that runs it, he has 3 boxes of jazz and a box of African stuff, and I just pulled those out and looked around and didn't see much else other than the crazy stuff, and just rolled. Record store day coming up. Had to save a little bit of coin because I'm getting just a couple titles, but yeah, that's everything. I hope everybody's doing well. Peace.